Let's go to some calls. I want to hear from you. You want to talk about Arsenal? Get your calls in 03 717 22 33 Heathrow Rich has phoned us up. Right, Rich?
There he is.
Oh, all right. How are you,
Rich?
How are you, Rich? You phoned us up early doors tonight,
Yes,
Rich. You're straight on the phone.
First in.
Yeah, because you're so boring tonight, I didn't want to fall asleep. Especially when he's just started with that. Now, a few things. First of all, I've applied for a job up there because you need a presenter that actually gets things right. Jamie.
Go on.
Both of you, actually. Arsenal aren't boring, are they?
Whoa.
Arsenal are not boring.
Boring. He wasn't yesterday. He wasn't yesterday.
But it brought out what I said. We can play in different ways. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what as well. We haven't been playing that well this season. Even the matches we won against Villa, against Wolves, we didn't play that well, right? And in the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes of the game yesterday, they went 1-0 up. Gabriel got pulled out of position. He got between our centre backs. Bang, 1-0. Then they hit the goal. With 11v11, they were all over us for the first. I thought we were going to get a cricket score. And then, all of a sudden, the real Arsenal emerged. What a great game of football. I don't know whether, it's sport the game Trossard getting sent off because it really would have been good to go toe-to-toe. And if you'd have seen how we played, we haven't had our best players. We haven't got Odegaard. We haven't got other players. We didn't have Rice. If you'd have seen our fixtures at the beginning of the season and see our fixtures away in that, would you think we'd have the points that we'd have?
Well, I expect you.
Yeah.
I mean, but I expected you to be second, third, or fourth. First, second, or third. That's what I thought. One of those.
Villa away, Tottenham away,
Yeah,
Man
I did.
City away.
I did, Rich. Didn't you?
All right, okay. But so far, it bears out what you said a minute ago, Jace, and maybe you might be right about something, right? Is that so far we haven't seen anything not to think that Arsenal can win the league. But the other thing I will say is, don't get fooled into thinking it's just a two-horse race, because it ain't. And if Rodri's out, everyone's going, Arsenal must be pleased that Rodri's out. What about Chelsea? What about Liverpool?
Chelsea aren't good enough, Liverpool are.
Well, yeah, Liverpool are. I think Chelsea would get. I think Chelsea would get into the top four, but it's not a two-horse race, and we'd be mad to think it is.
No, but no one said this at all. I've said it. Only one of three teams can win the title this season. Only one of three. Villa aren't in there. Villa aren't in there.
You don't think Villa are...
No.
I agree with you.
No, not to win the title.
They'd argue over that. They're a
They
point
can
behind.
come along, that's fine. But there's only three teams, and I fancied Arsenal for the title, Rich. I said it from day one. I said it before a ball was kicked.
So have I.
Oh, go on.
So have I.
I want to be wrong, by the way. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I know. You were talking about City a minute ago. You said we. We should have brought him on earlier. I mean,
I said Pep. I might have said Pep. I definitely would have said we.
Look, the two of you.
Well, maybe I had my hat on yesterday when I was watching the game because it felt like we.
What was it? A dunce cap? Because you haven't been right about much. You haven't been right about much. But listen, I am feeling very benevolent. You should admit that Arsenal aren't boring because we ain't. About our therapy. Thank you, Jamie. Right? We're not.
Well, you sat in for 45 minutes in the second half, didn't you? I mean, that was that was. But you didn't have a choice because the referee, in my opinion, ruined the spectacle and didn't allow Arsenal to show what they could do.
Did you think we could still get a draw? Once we were in the second half, 2 weeks, do you think I thought they'd still beat us?
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't.
Arsenal don't concede many, do they?
They overrun us for a bit.
You were boring last week, though, Rich. You got to admit, mate, in the Champions
League.
League.
But it's one game. But we're not a boring team, are we? We're not boring. Boring Arsenal.
Boring.
We're not. Okay.
All right, Rich. I love Rich.
It's nothing to do with us, Rich.
It's nothing to do with us. We're not in charge of that at all.
Honestly,
we've got no control over it. Let's go to Josh. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Josh?
Right, Joshua?
Hey, mate, you all right?
I'm all right, Josh. How are you? How are you feeling?
A lot of emotion, mate, after yesterday's game. Right, I just want to talk to Jason and say, mate, you are an absolute disgrace for calling that out as a red card yesterday.
No, second yellow. No, get it right, Joshua. Second yellow.
No, listen to me. You are like, and if you're endorsing that as a red card, then you're
no. Josh, get it right. Second yellow. Second yellow.
Guilty for ruining football.
Second yellow. Failing to respect the... No, it says here, referees are empowered. by the game to take a more robust approach to dealing with clear or deliberate actions that are impactful and delaying the restart of the game.
Right, let's call
Page
it as it
36.
is then. Let's call it as it is then. Michael Oliver, right, cheated yesterday then because he did not give Doku a yellow card as well.
No, so we've been...
Listen. So he clearly thinks, right? He clearly thinks that kicking the ball away in that game yesterday doesn't warrant a yellow card because Doku did it, right? But then when Trossard does it, he gives him a yellow. Why did Rice get one the other week?
Because he kicked the ball away.
No, listen, but why is it such a big deal? Why is it impacting the result? It's not.
Don't do it, Josh.
We had to play the second half of that game yesterday with 10 men.
Josh, what do you do for a living?
3 points.
What do you do for a living, Josh?
Hey?
What do you do for a living?
I'm a window cleaner, mate.
Right, okay. Let me ask you this, right? If you go and clean a window, right, that's open, you spray it at all the wall, you just go out there, you just start spraying it, right? And you go, and then someone phones you up and says, "Why's my bed wet?" Right?
Right, where we go with this?
So, right? And you go back the next week, right? You go back the next week, right?
Why are you asking him why his bed's wet?
And there's a window open, and you go out there and you splosh all your soap over it, and you clean. And they're saying, "Why is my carpet wet?" You've done the same mistake twice in 3 weeks, right? That's what Arsenal have done, right? You've wet their bed.
Well, I wouldn't do that, mate.
Well, your players are doing it, Joshua.
No, listen, what I'm saying is this shouldn't be affecting the games the way it is because if it was such a big thing, right, rather than send a player off, if it's such a big thing for the rest, why don't they just add? If they wanted to, why don't they just add 10 minutes on as extra time as severe punishment?
Right. I'm going to revert you back to page 36 of the Premier League and Pogmo Competition Guidance Handbook.
Why don't they just give Man City a penalty yesterday if it was that severe? Why don't they just give them a penalty, then it's 2-2 at half-time, and then we play the rest of the game with, 11 men each. Right, I'll tell you what, though, just another point, finally. Yesterday, you could see the way even Pep went and kicked his own chair, the way Haaland was afterward. Mate, they are rattled. They are rattled. They didn't have a clue against us 10 men. And they can call us what they like, mate. But we sat in, right, back 5, back 6, 3 in front, 4 in front, or whatever. They could not break us down one bit, and they were lucky, absolutely lucky to get a point. And I'll tell you what, we're going to walk the league now Rodri's done.
You're going to walk it?
Walk the league, Josh.
That's a big statement.
We will walk it. I'm telling you.
They're going to walk the league. Let me have a look at the league table here. I've only got the top 3. Josh, I've only got the top 3 in front of me here.
Yeah. Where are you, boys?
I can't see you. No, I can't see anyone. All I see is City. Hold on. Liverpool. Hold on. Villa. I've only got the top 3. I've only got the top 3 here. Where are you in the? There's no walking going on at the minute, mate. I've only got the top 3, Josh. Josh, I've only got the top 3, mate. No, I've only got the top 3, mate. That's all I've got.
You're impressed, aren't you?
No, I think Arsenal win the title. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I've said that, but at the moment, all I've got is top 3, and you're not there.
Joshua, thanks for your call, mate. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta, he spoke after the game and was full of praise for his players for how they performed after going down to 10 men.
Yes, because we did a lot of things good, but it's very difficult. It's an accident waiting to happen. You play the best team in the world for 56 minutes with 10 men, which doesn't allow you to put any pressure on the ball, doesn't allow you to get out from your own box, and they don't lose the ball. So they lose it inside the 6-yard box, which means that there's no option either to run. So very complicated, but again, for this place to be that humble and that discipline and show that competitiveness is just incredible.
Well, he's obviously got humble in his head after Haaland told him to stay humble. I think that rattled him a little bit, didn't it?
I'd like to know his thoughts on 2 of his players getting sent off, because those red cards have cost Arsenal 4 points. So you had Josh there saying we're going to walk the league. Well, right now, they should have beaten Brighton at home. In fact, I'd have given them those 2 points, because 11v11, Arsenal do not lose that game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They might have dropped points against City, because City are so good.
Yeah.
Right? Basically, they've lost. Let's say they've lost.
They've lost 4 points.
That's how I see it, because they were leading in both games until someone's been an idiot.
Yeah.
And the Arsenal discipline is key, and they've made.
But have they lost 4 points because referees are on a power trip?
No, they've lost 4 points because their discipline isn't correct, and they're idiots for getting sent off for the same thing. It's all the irony is not lost on me. kicking the ball
we're
away.
Sending players off for this, mate.
Don't kick the ball away.
Changing the outcome of football matches.
No, don't kick the ball
for
away.
something so like small when emotions are running high and your adrenaline pumping.
You can get a yellow
and the
card.
referee's just standing there with a whistle in hand, going, "Yeah, off you go."
When I've seen players sent off, no?
Come on, mate.
Okay.
Like who's running our game?
Right, okay.
Who is running our game?
Don't kick the ball away.
Just can't have it.
There you go.
0.84 seconds he got.
Okay.
I can't wait for Durham best be coming with body armour on tonight, because I'll tell you what, he's getting it.
I'll defend him. Don't kick the ball away.
He's getting it, mate. Honestly, these referees are making me sick.
Don't kick the ball away.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.